How was Halloween?
Oh,
my God, this comes out after Halloween, doesn't it?
Yeah, the mini comes out. The mini that you all listened to, only if you're a patron. If you go to our Patreon to subscribe to be a patron, then you get to hear the mini episodes. And our last one came out on Halloween.
Pretty close.
The day after Halloween.
I think it's before. I think it's like 29th.
This is coming out the day after Halloween.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yes, you're right. Jesus.
Boy, wasn't Halloween fun?
Did you have a good time?
Sure is great the Dodgers won the World Series already.
Would that have happened?
No,
It could have.
but-
It could have. It's unlikely,
Well,
but
no.
I just
Yeah.
made the prediction right here. You heard it here first.
I'm bummed I can't send Cody my Go Mets meme GIF anymore.
Yeah, Curtis, because he
What's wrong
knew-
with you?
Well,
There's
really-
a whole story.
It was kind of sweet because I can't go to the Couples Fright Fest anymore at Six Flags because
Yes, this is very troubling. and
because the
upsetting.
Dodgers are in the World Series and I want to go to
That
I
is
want to
not
go to the World
troubling.
Series.
Yep.
That's really cool. But also as a result of this, Curtis wanted the Mets to win to beat the Dodgers because then my schedule completely frees up from baseball.
Fair.
Yeah.
Which is a very objectively really sweet thing for him to be thinking
Yes.
about.
In a way. It's also selfish because he wants the Cody time more than he wants you to be happy about your Dodgers.
100%. I didn't want him to go to the World Series game with his father.
See?
Well, I did
I would
admit
never
that like
take that
this
away
is a
from you.
predicament. On the one hand,
Yeah.
really fucking cool to see the Dodgers in the World Series versus the Yankees. A
Absolutely.
dream World Series of mine.
Is that what's happening?
Yes.
That is what's happening.
Cool.
On the other hand, really want to hang out with my dudes just for Halloween always. Also, I'm going to miss Game 7 no matter what because I'll be watching Danny Elfman.
Yeah, I'm
Damn.
pretty sure I'll be there too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
So I'm also very upset that if there's a Game 7, I won't watch
The
it.
amount of people on their, I mean, there's already so many people on their phones, but like the
Yes.
amount of people who will be pulling up their phones to
100%.
watch things at that concert. It's gonna be pretty wild.
100%.
Knowing how that normally goes, they'll probably just broadcast the score of the game periodically. On
There's
the
also a world where Game 6, well, not even a world. Game 6 is going to be during Kalen's play. So I'll be at that.
Damn.
And there's a world where they win the World Series while I'm watching.
And
my
you
wife's
cannot,
play.
you cannot be.
I
on your
cannot
phone.
be on my phone at that. Holy God.
or lose.
Or lose.
or lose
Or
the World
lose.
Series.
They could lose.
That is true.
Which would be, I mean, I've seen them lose in person on Game 7.
Sure.
It sucks.
Yeah.
It's real sad.
I've seen the Dodgers lose a lot in the postseason.
You watch fans turn into feral animals screaming, fuck, just insert any Dodger player.
Even worse than normal.
Any Dodger staff, right?
Yeah.
They just turn into feral, awful people.
Welcome to the Shudcast.
Shudcast.
I'm Curtis.
Time Choschin.
I'm losing his voice, Cody, because I recorded a little thing for Austin today.
Yes, he did. Thank you very much.
And I'm disappointed in the Lakers, Lucas.
Oh, is that the thing
first
already?
game for season started today.
Did it really?
Oh, it
And,
did?
Yeah, the first game with LeBron and his son.
Uh-huh.
Wait,
was
and his
today.
son.
Yeah.
Yeah, his son's on
His
the
son
team now.
plays for the Lakers?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What is this?
And
Yeah.
he is the worst basketball player of all time in the NBA.
What?
He's
They
bad.
drafted him.
Where'd he get drafted?
He from USC. He averaged 2 points a season.
A season?
2 points.
What
at
position did they
USC?
draft him?
Shooting guard. No,
I'm sorry.
maybe
What
point guard.
number?
2.
Second overall?
No. Oh, in the draft, 55th. So it's
Okay.
still pretty freaking
50th?
high.
Yeah, pretty high.
No, 5th.
55th.
55th?
Yes.
That's high?
That's pretty high. That's
Yeah.
like round
But
two,
There are
right?
54 other guys there.
There are a lot
they-
of good basketball players
Yeah.
from that from college drafting,
Wow.
but
Austin's not buying it.
I don't think that's
the
high.
Lakers are a
I think top 10's high.
not
Everything else is fine.
not serious franchise this year.
But think
can't.
of the
You
marketing.
can't be.
Think of the marketing they have with LeBron's kid there.
No,
true.
Laker fans don't give a shit.
The fans don't,
They're-
but
yeah.
No, but
The front office is like, no, we got to keep LeBron happy. Well, we didn't spend all that money on you to get championships, LeBron. No, why do we want championships? No, play with your son. That's what's important.
he didn't start, did he?
Yes, he did. Just to fucking do it.
Did
How-
LeBron
I think
start?
they're yeah.
Was he good?
Who? Bronny?
Is that his name?
Yeah,
Bronny?
Bronny.
What number
Fuck
is he?
you.
His jersey number is 2.
Fuck off. Wait, hold on. LeBron James's child's name is Bronny.
Yes.
Bronny.
Is
Bronny
that a-
James.
Is that a nickname? Or is that his
I
name?
think
don't-
so.
That is good.
I don't.
I
actually don't know.
I don't know why
Ask
I'm
But
Jeeves.
nope,
voting.
they're already losing.
Ask Jeeves right now. I
Started
have
the
to
second
know.
quarter. They're already losing.
Like, is he Bronson?
Huh?
Bronny James. I gotta ask
Yeah.
Jeeves.
Maybe it's
That's his,
Bronson.
that's. I mean, that's the way he's.
This is Los
touted on
Angeles, the town of Nepo babies.
It is.
And this is one of those cases because, like, when you have that nepo baby conversation in entertainment, I go, they still got to have talent.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't
They
give a
can-
shit.
Like, I don't give a shit.
I don't either.
Because for every nepo baby that you see performing, there are 185,000 more that wish they were.
That were
Yeah.
so bad.
You know?
Like, had a shot.
That got one job
Yeah.
or a few, and they're
Exactly.
like, we can't fucking
we
hire.
cannot have this guy.
Cannot hire Kim Jong Sun anymore. I don't
He's-
Kim Jong.
his
Sorry, you
name
probably
is-
have a lovely son.
His name is actually LeBron.
Oh,
LeBron
then they have to
Jr.?
differentiate.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Call him Bronny.
LeBron, Bronny James Jr.
Wow, this is the horror movie podcast where we discuss films that freak you out and the friendships are even freakier and freaky fucking basketball stuff.
Occasionally sports.
Pretty well. Yeah, October's time here.
It is. It is. I will say my
So much sports.
My movie list is extremely short this week, partially due to busyness and partially due to Dodgers.
I was going to say, this is the lovely aspect of being a former sports person. It doesn't even exist in my brain.
Yeah, Dodgers is all I have left. That's the only
Yeah.
only team in sport I follow are the Dodgers. Everything else, I used to be a Lakers guy. I shed that.
Yeah.
So
What's
all
wrong
I
with the-
got.
what about the Kings?
It's hockey.
I thought you were a Rams guy now.
No, hockey's awesome. Yeah.
Hockey is awesome, but you supposed to fucking pay attention to hockey that
I
closely?
can't. I don't have the bandwidth for more than one team.
No.
So I am
Especially
settled on Dodgers.
in
And,
October.
and you're an F1 guy now, right?
Mildly.
Okay.
I enjoy it, but
All
I don't
right.
sit down and watch every race.
All right.
I just kind of keep an eye on it.
Yeah. Just
I
curious.
think
'cause,
this.
like,
I think this
fucking-
coming Friday is like one of those weekends where like every sport is playing at the same time. Is hockey back? Yeah. I think
today
I think this Friday is the one where like all of them
Oh,
are
it's going to
playing.
be Dodgers, Lakers.
They do that on Halloween weekend.
Well, not just every major sports league. It's just the way
Yeah.
the seasons overlap. It's just this time of year.
Yeah. No NASCAR right now.
He said,
fuck
he said
Kyle Busch.
sports.
Wait, is NASCAR on right now?
He said sports.
I don't know.
Isn't
that's fair.
NASCAR considered a sport?
Absolutely not.
Why?
You're driving your car.
You tried turning left that hard.
I drove here. I didn't sport my way over to this house. You fucking just move your foot a little bit and turn. Easy.
Don't
Not a
take
sport.
don't take this bait. Don't take this bait.
It's not bait. It's
It's not
something
bait.
I
I'm
firmly
arguing
believe.
It's a sport.
He's wrong. It's a sport.
I also
It's
don't.
100% a
I don't
sport.
think F1's a sport either. No,
that's
NASCAR's
crazy.
not a sport.
Oh, this is crazy.
It's a game.
It's a game?
Yeah. Yeah.
like Tiddlywinks?
it's a competition.
Tiddlywinks. What the fuck is Tiddlywinks?
Like Tiddlywinks?
It's like with the little chips in the jar or whatever.
Yeah, little sticks or something.
Yeah.
Wait,
It's
a very old timey game.
like
I don't know.
jacks?
Kind of sort of, but with like little discs.
Yeah, the sticks and the frog, and you stick the frog. No, those aren't sports. Like esports, not sports. They're just video games. Drone racing, not a sport.
Esports is literally.
Yeah, I feel like if you're just controlling another thing that's doing the moving and the work, not a sport. You have to be physically doing the action that yields
Skiing.
motion. They push. They use legs. They push.
You push
with
an
their legs.
accelerator.
All right, you're right. Not a sport. Next.
I'm happy to go. I'm happy to go this way too.
Yeah.
snowboarding.
No, if we're taking out skiing, fuck snowboarding.
Bowling.
Absolutely not a sport. It's a game.
You got the thing that brings the ball back for you.
Yeah, you don't break a sweat. Like darts, have you seen professional darts players?
Yeah.
Those
Sweat
are
and buckets.
athletes? Get
Sweat
the
and
fuck
buckets.
out of here.
Yeah.
You're all
If,
fat Irish guys smoking cigarettes.
if the basis of your game started somewhere where pitchers of beer were involved, probably a
Exactly.
game and
If
not
you,
a
can,
sport.
if you can drink while doing it, not a sport. Golf, not a sport. No.
well, I mean NASCAR. You can't fucking drink while you fucking NASCAR.
you could.
Ashtrays are
well, you
built
could.
in
Yeah,
the
yeah,
bowling
the
equipment.
Camelback. What?
Ashtrays are built in the bowling equipment.
Yeah, it's true.
It is integral to the structure here. Ashtrays and cup holders.
Yeah, I rest my case.
So we had a great Halloween, probably.
Yeah, we had a wonderful Halloween.
I took today and yesterday off.
Being Halloween.
Halloween and Dia de los Muertos.
Oh, wow.
Oh, okay, word.
Celebrate the Black Sabbath.
As you
Very
should.
important.
Very proud
Nice.
of you.
I have to save those because I have birthdays.
I probably took Halloween off. Not the next day, though.
Why?
Yeah.
Not today. Today I have to go. I get to go watch Kaylin's play, and thus I will probably be doing some prep work before that.
I loved that slip. That was great. That's memorialized in a public media
It can be-
forever.
it can
She
be
doesn't listen to
removed
this.
if-
That's fine. No, you could leave it. She won't listen to it. Kaylin, if you bring this up to me, I'll give you $100 cash.
Worth it.
No one tell her.
Fucking worth it.
Maddie will DM her.
No, Matt. If she's told by another source, it's voided.
Sorry, Curtis.
And then
playing
Maddie- and
footsie
then-
with you.
Well, then
it's
don't
caught
leave
in the
me
thing.
out.
Oh, you want to play footsie
Yeah,
together?
yeah.
All
No, not
three of
anymore.
us?
I have socks on.
Yeah.
Hold
me
his
too.
toes like a hand.
Yeah.
Like
interlock.
Like
Whose?
interlock.
Interlocked your toes.
Which
Pick,
one?
you pick. I don't
Curtis,
know.
I have socks.
No, I have socks.
Oh,
I wish
you're
I didn't
just
have socks.
smashing it. This is causing me discomfort and pain. Much like your watch list every week. Hey guys, what do we
Oh
watch?
my god! What did we watch? I think I still pulled out. It's only been a week. I think I still
only
pulled
been
out
a
like
week. I have literally one.
eight things. I've got one big surprising thing I desperately want to talk about.
Yeah.
I have 3 things that I watched.
Whoever has the least amount of things will go first.
I have 2.
I have the least. I'll go. We'll go in ascending order. So we'll go me, you,
Okay.
you.
Okay.
The only thing I watched outside of the movie du jour was I watched Osgood Perkins's Gretel und Hansel.
Jeez.
I love that one.
And I bought it on digital.
Because of the difference.
The one with
between-
Jeremy Renner?
Yeah.
No,
No, not
No,
not-
ding
not-
dong.
No, but
Witch
that
hunters.
that shit fucking rules.
that
I
one
see
kind of
that.
rules.
Okay.
It rips.
It's really
Fun.
silly, stupid fun. No, this is very much not that. This is an Oz Perkins art housey,
Okay.
really pretty.
I need to put that on my watch list.
Fairy tale. About every shot, I said, "God, this is beautiful."
Gorgeous film.
Yeah.
Like it's very like arty and like takes its time. But like literally the second I'd feel like maybe something was about to drag, the shot would cut, and I'd be like, "That's gorgeous.
That's great. Yeah,
That's
just
cool as
Pulls you
shit.
back in just
It
by
just-
looking at it.
God, it's cool."
And with Rob,
Cinema.
his only name, Rob, his score.
Yes, Rob's
Oh,
music
yeah.
is quite good.
Brilliant score. Love
Yeah,
that.
man.
You got that on vinyl, don't you?
I do. I listen to it frequently. I use it in almost every game that I dungeon master too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Rob's music
Yeah, that score from that film.
specifically that. You don't
Yes.
like his other music
Why do people
I
hate
don't know
it?
if white people hate it.
No, why do people hate it?
because they're
Oh.
idiots.
Yeah, mouth breathers.
I don't know how it was marketed, and if you're expecting a horror movie, it's not really.
They tried to pull you in with the horror.
And it's not.
It's a slower thing than that.
You
Yeah,
gotta
I
stop
don't
doing
wanna
that
call
to
it slow.
Oz's movies.
Yeah.
It's the scariest thing you'll ever see. Stop
Well-
with long legs.
It's true, but I
Stop,
mean
yeah.
that one made a shit ton of money, so at least it worked.
Gretel and Hansel's a slow burn and that has a really poignant socioeconomical message.
Oh really?
Yeah, I think so.
poster
I remember
sticker,
I
I
saw
just
it once when
noticed-
it came out.
Sociopolitical.
I just noticed it says feed in the trees. That's pretty cool.
I didn't notice that.
What?
Did you see that? It says like the trees in the back spell feed.
Holy
No,
shit!
those are boobs.
Oh.
Wait, it says fed.
yeah, no, it says feed.
feed.
I only see one E.
Holy shit!
What? Let me
That's
see.
that's part of the D.
EED?
It works either way. I'm pretty sure it's fed.
It's wild.
That is fucking
decided.
cool.
Decided.
I don't
No,
know.
it
Never
doesn't say
noticed that.
wild. Fool.
It is in the wild.
I want the house that the witch lives in.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
that house is so beautiful.
want it
Alice
very
Krieg.
badly.
I know.
So good.
I wanted to make a joke in my letterbox about like, millennials just want this house. It's
Yeah.
so cool.
Yes,
It's so
we do.
pretty.
Would love to live there.
Yeah, it's beautiful. But anyway, that's because but even though I didn't watch spooky movies, I did some spooky things. I went to the Knott's Halloween, whatever it's called, Not Scary Farm, and had a blast with the mazes. Loved that. Did that with my father and my wife as we do every year.
Just three?
And his friend Steve.
Oh, Steve.
Steve.
Fuck yeah, Steve.
Because Steve was in town for my parents' Halloween party.
Yeah.
Which we all went to on Saturday night.
We sure did.
And you
We
will,
took a lovely photo.
We all
You'll-
dressed up.
you will likely see that photo in the future.
It may be the best photo that Austin and Farmer has ever taken.
Yeah, Cody kind of wanted to fuck me that.
Man, you as a brunette with
Yeah.
long brunette hair,
I opened
it
a door.
did something. It made me want dick.
Yeah.
It made me want dick.
Yeah, we cracked a door there.
Just the way that he touched his hair. It was so much like sass.
It's so much sass.
It was
Just,
just
you constantly. What was it?
playing with
You
it.
were like, I now know what it feels like to be a bitch or something.
Cunty. I was feeling very cunty.
And the-
well,
and-
but it would legitimately get in my face, so I was brushing it, but then it became a nice, like,
Yeah.
yes.
Lucas embraced
Some
what
spit on it.
the most beautiful dead guy ever would look like.
Oh,
Sweeney Todd. No, we did
Lisa Frankenstein's
Lisa
monster.
Frankenstein's
and
monster.
you looked like the most beautiful dead person that's ever walked the
Thank
earth.
you.
It was great.
Curtis embraced a version of himself that we all knew was in there, but we'd never seen, and it was the most beautiful thing that was in the whole environment.
He was glowing.
He was most versions of Multiverse Curtis.
Yeah.
Yes, and that was
Tyler Owens, baby.
Glenn Powell.
Glenn Powell in Twisters. My lovely
Twisters.
lovely partner Jess was my true love, the Twister.
Do you know what Caitlin asked me the next day?
What?
She said, "Was Jess a fart?
what?
Was Jess a fart?"
What are you talking about?
She asked if Jessica's
Jesus.
costume was a fart.
What? Where did she get fart from that?
To like smoke.
What?
To be in that girl's brain.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I was like, I'm going to text Curtis. And she's like, no, I don't want him to feel bad or whatever. And so I told it to
I'm
you
just
on this
curious.
public
I don't
forum.
know. What's the thought process
She didn't catch the twisters, so she just saw like
Okay.
puff of smoke, cloud,
so far?
straight where her brain went.
Okay,
I
great.
love that.
Did
Not
has
fire.
Has she seen Twisters?
Yeah, we saw it together.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
He was literally walking around shouting the line.
Yeah.
She
was
was
too
too.
Well, she was in her own
She
dimension.
She was feral. She'd
Yeah.
gone full feral
Uh-huh.
at that point.
There's a picture that one of the group pictures of all of us.
Uh-huh.
There's, I happen to notice that there's a little like, within the package that she made for herself. There's a little like dimple, like outie dimple, that looks like it could be the head of a very tiny penis, and it's very unnerving.
Yeah, listener, my wife went as a Tarzan and I went as Jane. And she, with her loincloth, so it's a long story, but she has this one piece that looks like a man's hairy body, and so she loves to wear that. So she did that, and she did the loincloth. But with the loincloth came like a little banana hammock, and she tried. First time she tried it on, she noticed the extra room in the front, and she asked me, "Why is there so much room in the front?" And I was like, "Well, that's where the penis would go." Anyway, at some point early on in the evening, she decided to stuff that with debris to create a little package, and she flashed everybody. Everyone, look! And she'd pull up her loincloth and just show her stuffed loincloth.
Oh, you should have given her one of those ripped dicks that we got from.
I thought about it at the party when we were there.
Oh,
Like,
man.
'cause I didn't know that was not the plan, was for
Yeah.
her to flash everyone. But I thought, man, it'd be great if she just like tied the fake dick there.
These
yeah.
dicks?
Yeah.
Yeah, if she just tied one of those under.
Yeah.
That would have been great.
Yeah.
Hell
Anyway,
yeah.
it was a fun party.
I was very convinced there was a dessert table, and later in the night, a lot of the desserts were like smashed for some reason, and so I was convinced. I was like, "Are these all Kaylin crotch treats on the table?"
she pulled one out of there and handed it to me as if I would want to eat it.
Yeah, yeah. She turned into a monster.
Yeah, she's feral.
She went full feral monster.
Damn.
Yeah.
Cody, you're a pizza man. You say you're a pizza man?
And I was pizza boy, but more pizza-y
His pizza disease has spread
to his hand.
one hand.
That I won't lie, that hand was completely unusable in that glove.
Yeah.
And
Oh, okay.
within an hour of being in that party, I felt like my hand had received rigor mortis, and I could not move my fingers.
Oh, yeah.
Just I took my hand out of the glove, and it was just like this.
What did you make the glove out of?
I bought the glove on Amazon, and then Jess and I modified it with liquid latex to make it look like pizza, and then I airbrushed it to make it look more
Well,
like
it looked
pizza.
great.
Why, thank you. Why,
Worth
thank
it.
you. I spent a lot of time pooping and thinking about Pizza Boy's backstory.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of time.
Good.
Yeah.
Excited to see his disease spread next year.
I already thought about how I'm going to make what comes next. Eventually, it's going to be just a whole fake prosthetic penis that just hangs out.
Fantastic.
And I will walk around.
That should be next. Let's
No.
Let's cut to the chase.
No. We have to progression. Progression.
see?
Being denied my penis.
Maybe I'll think about it. Maybe you'll get a private show.
Who's next?
Lucas.
Me.
Lucas with two things.
I, for some reason, decided I was like, let me look at what Adam Sandler's doing in his late career path.
Hell yeah.
And so I turned
Hell
on
yeah.
Murder Mystery with Jennifer Aniston.
Okay.
Didn't pan out. That was. I mean, it was fine.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's a murder. It's exactly what the title is. It's a murder mystery thing. Get
Right.
the fuck out, right? No kidding.
We love that.
And in reality, it's just him taking his friends to Italy to stay on a yacht.
That's what he
in
does.
Italy. That's what the movie is.
That's all.
love
That's
it.
the only reason he makes movies now is to just go to some nice location.
And on the complete opposite spectrum of that movie, I watched what Curtis and I think agree is the coolest movie of all time, which is The Quick and the Dead.
yeah.
Oh, I need to watch. That.
It's so
coolest.
good. It's the coolest.
Uh-huh.
I loved it.
Just every moment. It's just cool, cool,
yeah,
cool.
Yeah, I want a shootout tournament. And like, how has this not been done yet? Ugh, amazing.
Shootout tournament.
It's just a shootout tournament. Amazing.
Early Leo doing Leo stuff.
Oh, he's so young and supple in that.
Supple. He is supple.
But and also, I just did not understand Sharon Stone's character. So mean to that girl, but so immediately receptive to Leo.
Yeah.
I didn't get that. I was like, I guess.
Yeah.
Do you remember? Have you seen this movie?
I'm not a fan of this movie.
Yeah, he's got to give it a rewatch.
I need to give it a rewatch. It's been a long time.
It's way cooler. It's way cooler than you think.
Yeah, that's what everybody that I talked to recently.
Is this a bit? A listener, Austin, is trying to open a beer bottle with a corkscrew.
He's got it. No, he's got it. He's got it. Let him. There it is.
And I'm convinced it's because he honestly doesn't know how to use the bottle
Wait.
opener.
Let him, Cody. He's
It's
not gonna
important for
learn.
me to learn. I need autonomy.
I'm trying to help, and you're failing
He
hard.
he has agency.
He's a viewer. I don't even know if you could see this properly.
So he's almost
ain't-
got it.
It ain't good.
So he's got now he's using the end. Now he's re-examining what side's which.
Oh, no, there was a moth or something.
Okay. Oh, he remembered
back.
what he was doing. Now we're back
back.
to the end of the
Okay,
bottle.
Yeah.
You can do it.
Okay. Oh, now he's flipped it
Getting
upside down.
closer.
Maybe. Oh,
You're-
now
no,
he's now.
no, no.
This is gonna
Now
end
he's
in blood.
understanding basic concepts.
No, I think he's threatening us.
Okay. All right. No, now he's closed it.
Oh, he knew the whole time. He knew the whole time. That was a bit.
Still.
That was a bit.
I thought Cody had to come to that.
You never know. You never
What do
know.
you never know? I intelligent. It's your future leader we're looking at.
Sometimes you really don't know with you.
Although being a future leader is not a mark of intelligence, as we've learned.
We've known this.
No, I need to give the movie another watch.
Yeah, the election's in less than a week. Isn't that exciting?
Oh God.
And I am halfway to the powerhouse that is Death House, and I will
Oh,
report
gosh.
back next time we record.
Cannot wait.
I really cannot wait to hear you talk more about this. The 1.6 star film. That
Yeah, and it
Lucas is-
deserves. I mean, it deserves it. I'm not going to be like, oh my god, this is the wrong. It deserves it, but this is one of those like bottom end of the rating system. Like, it's there for a reason, but also I love it.
Hey man, Elves
Yeah.
is a bad rating.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean it's not the greatest.
Exactly,
movie
that's
ever
what I'm
made.
saying.
Elves rocks.
Yeah.
God, I love
Just
that.
every wrong move you can make in a movie, they're doing it. Love it.
Fuck yeah.
I realized that I only watched 2 movies as well.
Holy shit.
The third was tonight's film. I rewatched Smile in preparation to watch Smile 2,
Smile 2?
which I think might be the thing that you're really stoked to talk about. So why don't you take it?
You watched Smile and Smile 2?
Yes.
Ah.
I watched Smile 2.
I didn't get to see Smile 2.
Guys, I fucking love Smile 2.
I know you like it. I hear
Wow.
it's good.
Holy
What
shit.
was your temperature on Smile 1?
Didn't like it.
At all?
Nope.
Wow.
Even the end.
Yeah, I like the end.
Come
like,
on, it got
of
cool
course,
at the end.
I love that shit. Love that shit. I think it just wasn't. I say that it's like tonally not my jam. There's some good spooks, but like it's
A little down the middle.
it's just not my jam. It just wasn't it. It was a little too dour for its own good. This one, while still dour, having a lot of fun with itself, while not being silly. Like it's not a silly movie, but you're like, oh, this is in a definite like. The premise of the movie is in a heightened situation because you're following a pop star around, and there's a couple set pieces in this that one scared me and two were like, this is the coolest fucking shit. Like Parker Finn, writer director, just like leveled up across the fucking board.
nice.
Is the
Like
same guy
it's-
from 1?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
That-
What else has he done? Is this
Just these two.
Yeah.
Really?
He's gonna do the Possession remake with Robert Pattinson, apparently. Cody, what did you think?
It's a really good movie.
Oh, you didn't like it near as much.
No, not nearly as much. It's a solid movie. It's definitely
Yeah.
better than the last one.
Everyone I follow likes it. 4.
It's a good. Yeah,
4 stars and up.
it's absolutely worth watching. I don't think it landed as well for me as it did for Curtis. I thought it dragged, quite a bit in like the middle.
kind of runtime we talking?
Like a smile.
Over
It's
2
2
hours.
hours, 7 minutes long.
Yeah.
So,
Oof.
For
But
a
I-
smile?
I fucking love all of that.
Yeah, it felt a little.
No.
That gives me a frown.
I hate you for that. But it's a good movie. Like it's really well done. Definitely leveled up.
Do you like it more than Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
That's a stupid question.
That's not an answer. So maybe.
He refuses to give credit,
Maybe.
credulity to
Which
the
Texas
question.
Chainsaw Massacre?
Oh, that's a good question.
Well, obviously, dumb fuck.
2.
No, we're not doing this.
Do you like it more than breakfast pancakes?
We're not doing this.
The food?
Yeah.
And Cody,
Yes.
Wow.
not to get
Yeah,
into
I'm a waffle
the
guy.
spoiler of it all on the show, because these guys obviously haven't seen it. It does a thing that taste-wise I do not like at the end. While I love what it did, I was just like, well, what this means isn't my favorite.
The very end.
Like, I don't know. Yes, not the very, very end, but like the last act.
The thing that you mean. The thing that the thing that leads up to the very, very end.
Sorta. It's more of a concept thing that is a big, big spoiler that I cannot say in
Yeah.
any good
It's a
way.
grin.
Yeah, it's a grin. The grin.
And I think I liked that. I think I liked that. If
Okay.
what we're talking about is the same thing, I
Maybe.
liked it, but it wasn't like. It's like, hold that card, buddy. That's Smile 4.
Oh, okay. Maybe we're not talking about the same thing, because I think I like that.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I love the end of this movie. The end of this movie fucking rips and roars.
I wanna see it.
It's so fucking good.
Now, he just gave me the idea. Now I want to make a Grinch ripoff called The Smilch.
Smile.
The Smilch who stole Hanukkah. Oh, God. I know, that seems like...
Sound good.
It seems
That
anti-Semitic.
immediately
I don't
gave
know
it a
why.
bad spin. I mean,
know.
it probably is anti-Semitic
I
if you
know.
stole Hanukkah.
Well, it's not me, it's the Smilch.
It's the smile.
This smelch.
This is
Oh
a problem.
my god. And that opener fucking ripped too. Jesus Christ.
The opener ripped. I got a lot of questions about it, but the opener ripped.
I do have a question about it, especially,
Is it-
but I was like, I don't fucking care.
Is it related to a word that starts with the letter S?
Smile?
No.
Star.
No, I don't know.
Sneeze.
This is so ridiculous. I don't know what this
Snorlax.
is.
Snail.
It's not spoiling anything. It's
Sans
the word,
to
is
cup
it,
it.
is it the word snow?
Stipulation.
What about it?
How?
How what?
that me and Maddie when we left the theater, we were like, why is there snow in the beginning of that movie?
They're in New York,
Yeah, it
and
snows
it's October.
Yeah, but like in other words, the film leading up to it,
Yeah.
and then the remaining events of Smile 2.
Oh, okay. Sure. I buy. Yeah. I don't know.
That's
I
crazy.
I
That's
guess.
crazy.
I didn't. Clearly, it didn't fucking bother me for whatever reason.
It didn't bother me, but it was one of me and Maddie were just like, that's weird.
Interesting. So it was definitely winter time. Maybe he had to go a little far out of town, a little more upstate to get to this drug house.
These motherfuckers are wearing all kinds of different clothes for different weathers. It's a great time.
Anyway.
It is a great fucking time.
Anyway, I wanted to be clear, like, because I think the first Smile didn't hit this podcast as a whole the way it hit the rest of the world, because it was a giant fucking hit. But
Yeah.
Smile 2, hot goddamn fucking fire. I
Is
loved
it doing well?
Yes.
Doing pretty well.
46 million worldwide, I think.
That's great.
Not taking
Opening
down
weekend?
Terrifier 3.
I think it.
I mean, it
I
definitely
think
is
it's
That
not.
sounds,
I
that
think
sounds
it
like more
absolutely
than
just-
Terrifier 3.
I think it farted all over Terrifier
No.
3.
Yeah, I mean, these things are not the same.
No,
but,
no.
I mean, that first movie made $220 million worldwide. So, like, we're
Yeah.
talking.
Smile?
Yeah. Wow. Guys, this is the first time in.
Yeah, no wonder they let him make another one.
Yeah.
Yeah, here you go, buddy.
I think this is the first time this year that I actually had to tell people to shut the fuck up. Though.
In a movie?
Yeah.
Holy
Yeah.
shit.
How'd it go?
First
Kids?
time?
For the first time this year, all these
Sometimes I go there, I don't even see a movie. I just tell people to shut up.
now these three dudes sit next to Maddie, and like they just kept whispering.
Yeah.
Right, whispering.
Yeah.
But it wasn't whispering, right? And eventually it was like I looked at Maddie and I was like,
You told her to
and
handle
I
it.
said, in a few minutes, I'm gonna switch with you. And she goes, no, you're not. She's like, I want to sit here. And she's like, are they bothering you? It's like, yes. She's, do you want me to say something? No.
Oh, I would have said
Then I
yes.
let it live. I let it sit for a second just to see if they'd shut up, and then they didn't. So finally, I was like,
Oh.
I put on a Batman voice, hey,
Hey.
and they all kind of like looked around for a second and looked at me, and I was like, could you be quiet?
You should have
Did they?
You should have stood up.
They gave me the nastiest look.
People
And
hate
then-
that.
Yeah, it's so.
That's why you
weird.
got to stand up. It's so intimidating.
But then they shut the fuck. No. I think I figured it out. I think the new thing to do. I'm gonna start doing is I'm gonna go. Excuse me. Are you the director?
Like a fucking what?
Cody,
If
you're
they
gonna get
say-
shot.
If they say no,
Which they will.
then I'm gonna be like, then shut the fuck up. No one needs to hear you.
I'm just picturing like the back, and then he turns and it's David Lynch. He's like, oh, never mind.
No, you are the director.
Not of this film. What do you want? Nothing. You can talk.
You're allowed to talk.
Sit next to
Smoking
Tarantino,
a
Spielberg, and they're just all there.
The one time. I'm going to try this. First time out the gate. Fuck me.
no.
Excuse me, are you the director?
The other one that I thought about
yes, we are.
is just start throwing popcorn at people that talk.
Yeah, that's a Jess move.
Really?
Yeah.
Does it work?
I don't know. I don't think it does.
You know what? At the end of that movie, that guy was covered in chicken bones. So either way,
That's right.
What?
Yeah,
the guy that was talking, I had a movie where a guy was talking in the front row, and I had an empty box of chicken wings from Buffalo Wild Wings. So I just the whole movie, and he kept looking back to see where it was coming from, but he had no idea.
chicken wings.
That's great.
Chicken bone. I'd be worried. I'd been like cursed.
Absolutely.
I'm just gonna
You get
get
up and there's chicken bones.
Chicken
all-
bones around. I've been cursed.
The bodies of 7 chickens sitting around me. Jesus. That's great. Curtis, what did you watch this week?
I watched a few things. I watched for the first time Juan the Grudge.
Is that how do you pronounce it?
Juan.
Juan, comma, the Grudge, or is it?
Is his name? Is he the Grudge?
I don't know where the Grudge comes from, except that it is a malevolent spirit that passes on based on violent interaction. It's spooky. Have you guys seen The Grudge?
No. Yes. No. Yes.
The American one with Sarah Michelle Gellar?
Yes.
I haven't seen that either.
Yes or no?
You haven't?
No.
Oh, wow.
I don't know. I feel like I have, but I don't know if I have.
Yeah.
And I only seen Japanese one a long time ago.
Oh, yeah?
And I've never seen Japanese one.
Proper spooky. It works. It's a little goofy sometimes.
Is this related to that Grudge?
It's a remake. Same guy made
I
it.
see.
Same guy who made the Japanese one made the American one.
And then he made this one?
Oh, he made that one first.
Yeah, this is the original.
one. That's what I meant.
Yes, yes.
Oh, this is the original.
You did you're having a really hard time explaining
What's
yourself
happening?
today. Why are you breaking?
Is this the first Grudge movie that has been made?
Yes.
Someone's got a
thank
case
you.
of the sillies.
But it is not the first Juan movie that has been made.
Wait, what?
Yeah, there's a series of these movies. There's Juan the Grudge. There's Juan the Grudge 2. But before this, there was Juan the Curse.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I have not seen that. I don't know if it's related
And
in any way.
is
entirely.
Ju-on like the James Bond?
No idea.
Wait, hold on.
Huh.
But, like Ju-on the Curse is so does that's the it's still part of the Grudge world?
I don't know.
Oh.
I have no idea.
Sounds more like
Because there's
more of a
Juan
curse.
the Grudge and Juan the Grudge 2.
Does anybody else feel like their brain is melting
It's a
right
lot.
now?
I would
Thank
imagine they are not in the same world.
Probably not.
I'm going to guess they're not in the same world.
I had a great time with it. I'm trying to go through some J-horror that I haven't seen before, and
I haven't done a lot of J-horror.
it's great.
I don't know how it was.
Very specific type
I
of
know.
film.
I don't know how it would sit with me.
Really?
I don't like some, like the anime,
Okay.
but I also really like the Indonesian horror.
Yeah. This is more like Indonesian horror.
Maybe I like it.
Yeah.
Should I watch
A lot,
Ju-on
of,
the Grudge?
lot of spooky faces, lot of good spooky moments. Yeah.
This is from does exist in the same series as The Grudge.
Great.
It's Ju-on the Curse, Ju-on the Curse 2, and then
Jesus.
Ju-on the Grudge, Ju-on the Grudge 2, and then the Grudge 2, the Grudge 3, and then we go back to Japan. And we make a bunch until we get to the one where they bring the ring into it.
Yeah. Kayako versus
Yeah.
Sadako.
Oh, yeah, I
Sadako.
know.
Yeah.
I almost picked that for the show at one point.
No. It was very alluring on Shudder there for a
I
little
know.
while.
And half the reason I wanted to pick it was just because I knew you two would go watch all the Grudges and all the rings.
Buddy, the amount of times that I've almost bought the Arrow Video ring set is absurd. But when I figured out that it's not all the movies,
Oh, yeah. Why do you want that?
why do I want it?
That's incomplete.
I don't want it.
I don't want that.
Interesting. Great film. Should watch it on Criterion Channel. Then Jess and I watched Teen Witch.
Oh.
1989's Teen
That
Witch.
movie is silly
It is
AF.
so silly. I have never seen this before.
I watched that movie for, I went to a live show of How Did This Get Made where they watched
Oh, no
it.
shit.
Uh-huh.
I would love to hear
Hilarious.
that. It is the silliest thing. There's guys just like it's like a musical.
Yeah.
It basically is a musical.
Really?
Yeah. And then one of the characters in it is like a break dancer, rapper, and he just breaks out into kind of like
Like a very-
Shakespearean chorus.
Very Vanilla Ice type character, right?
Yeah. And then that turns into like a duet that Jess knows every word of, and she was just singing it at me. I was like, holy shit. Doesn't have an ending. The film fucking ended, and I was like, "Oh, that's it." Like nothing is resolved. It's like they just ran out of whatever they had at the time. But I liked it. It was a great fucking time. You feel crazy while you're watching it. It's starring Blake Lively's sister, Robin Lively, and
her sister?
That's her sister, and Zelda Rubinstein of Poltergeist fame.
Oh,
So it's very, very interesting.
Was all the little like say I was gonna say savant, but like
Yeah. It really is.
You should watch it. You're a monster.
maybe.
Full stop. Then I watched Apartment 7A.
Hey,
Yeah.
I watched that.
Yep. Yeah, it's a little boring.
It's not great.
It's a little boring.
I
Like, I
know.
don't know, I just
It doesn't-
kinda-
It's boring too.
It doesn't.
Yeah, I didn't even. You said there's a couple moments,
Yeah.
and I guess maybe that got my hopes up because I was waiting
this.
for them.
This.
Oh, that was good.
Cool.
That was pretty
probably
good.
But that
was probably it.
About it.
Yeah.
I know the end. Just like really, that's it. That's all we get. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's not the fucking worst goddamn thing ever. You kidding me? No,
Good
but
performances. What's your face?
performances are great.
And I loved all the like art direction, all that like
yeah.
60s New York vibe.
It looked good.
super fun.
So yeah, I don't know. Give it a
Just-
shot. You can spend way worse time doing way worse stuff.
Absolutely. The next time you want to do drugs, don't
Yep.
watch this.
I watched Smile 2. I watched The Shadow Strays.
This
God damn it.
Timo, right?
Yes. Loved it. It's phenomenal.
Is this a new one?
Yeah, brand fucking new. Brand spanking new. Timo Tejano fucking crime martial arts movie.
Oh,
Just people whipping ass the whole time.
hell yeah.
And it whips total ass. Loved it.
Kaylin likes ass whipping.
I don't like it as much as like The Night Comes for Us. Simply, I think that's a little bit of a tighter story. This has a cooler world.
Okay.
I'm very much and it ended on a note where I was like, give me that movie fucking yesterday. Brings in one of the more recognizable actors from this set of genre of films, and I really want to see more ASAP. But like, there's some shit in here where you're just like, this is the coolest thing I've ever seen, ever. It's great.
Where's it streaming?
It's a Netflix original.
Hey.
Shocking, dude.
I know.
Another one.
I know.
That's 3 this year that people are screaming. We're screaming.
Oh yeah, I just read some other Netflix joint that's like people are calling their one of their favorites of the year on Netflix. No,
Rebel Ridge.
no, it's also like it comes with the you. It
No,
Oh,
it's
oh.
Comes with a U.
no, the movie that we
Yeah,
watched.
that you guys
we
talked
both
about.
watched this.
It's What's Inside?
Yeah,
it's what's inside.
Yeah.
yes.
It's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing.
We talked about it last week. It's great.
Well, I haven't seen it yet, so
Well,
I'm hearing other people say it's great too. That's what I'm saying.
well, you get the shit out of your ears and listen to your friends.
I can't, Cody. It's a condition. Stop bringing it up. I'm sensitive about it.
It's hard. It's hard to not talk about.
It is really hard. You smell so bad. We have to. You know what our headphone budget on this show is? Astronomical. We have to burn those every time.
It's what all the patrons are paying for.
Yeah,
just headphones.
that's it. It's just headphones for
For
shit
Lucas.
ears. For shit ears, Lucas. Yeah, I said it. Oh, shit ears. Here he comes with his shitty ears. Stinky boy, stinky boy.
He could
Yeah,
hear us
Mark.
talking about him.
Yeah, you can't even hear it. You got all that shit in your ears. Shit ears.
Why is everything melting?
It's a melting kind of day. I don't know what to
I
tell
got
you.
a bottle of poopery upstairs. We can test it out to see if he smells better.
Oh, yeah, we're going to poop your ears.
Things will come out.
Poopery.
Why?
If you oil my ears, because isn't that mostly oil? Poopery.
It is?
I think so.
I don't know.
He looks at Curtis.
Curtis, weigh in, please. What is poopery made of?
Oil?
Listener, do you know what poopery is made of? Tell us in the
I
Discord.
think it's mostly oil. It's like I have a weird thing about like if you put oil in your ear, then like a thing like a earworm it just comes out.
You have a weird thing that if you put oil in your ear,
You think worms are going to come out of your ear?
Yeah.
if you put
And you're
oil
not
in
actively trying to make that happen. You just want to live with the worm.
No, I do. I mean,
Well, you just want to be RF.
Rat had an ear infection recently. We took him to the vet, and it was really bad. And they put a bunch of shit in there to get it out. They tried to clean it. And they bring him back in the room that we're sitting in. They're like, okay, so he's going to shake his ears around for a little bit, and stuff's going to fly out. And like as they're saying that sentence, like finishing it, he starts shaking his head, and like chunks of shit
Hell yeah, got him.
start flying out of his ears
See?
and landing like right there on your chest, right there.
Or you're going to open a door you don't want.
me,
You want to
me
clean
and
up
Rod,
your-
old crap ears.
Do you have any leftover ear stuff we can give to Lucas?
No.
Any more dog ear stuff?
Although we can go get some. I think he's got another ear
Are any of
infection.
our listeners vets? Can you send us dog ear medication?
In Vermectin.
Then I watched the greatest movie ever made, The Sixth Sense.
Yeah! I watched that
so
recently.
good.
Yeah,
It's
So
good.
fucking spooky.
it's so spooky. It's so well, like every shot, you're just like, oh god,
So
it's
well
so well told. It's just like, it's so tight.
So
It's
gut-wrenching.
so fucking tight and so sad. Every performance needed the Oscar that year. Everyone
Seriously.
did.
God, Toni Collette, she's actually too good. Like, I actually,
Yeah.
I'm starting to not like her. She's too good.
Yeah.
I
You
don't-
see
I
her
don't
face, you're
it's
like, you're too good at
Too
this.
much talent. I don't like
I
this. I
don't like it.
don't like all this talent in one person. She's amazing.
She's cursed.
Oh,
do you
wow. He did it. He did it to us.
He got him.
What? What the hell just happened?
Uh-oh. Maybe now do we get Lucas?
How'd you do that?
Took him by surprise.
I don't know. I was okay. I got.
We watched The Cursed.
The Curse.
All right. Now we got to shut this
First.
fucker down.
I know.
Third.
I don't really care.
I'll take Caboose.
Okay. You ready?
Yeah.
Shutting down the thirst. The thirst. Wow. we are melting tonight. The Cursed in 3, 2, 1.
We're in a war in France, and a guy goes to the medical tent, and the guy's taking the doctor guy's taking bullets out of him, and he's a couple bullets, and then there's a silver bullet. Where'd that come from? Go back 35 years. Now we're in rural France, and a bunch of rich people want to fuck with some gypsies.
No, there are some gypsies that are living on a giant settlement, and the people that own it decide they're going to kill the gypsies. One of the gypsies, they take these silver pieces and they melt them down and they put them as teeth inside of this jaw thing, and they put them there.
And the people who have the land decide they want the gypsies off the land, so they burn their little gypsy town, the Romany's town, and then they string up a male scarecrow, and the scarecrow kid gets the thing, gets the jaws of silver and bites another kid, and he turns into a werewolf.
And that kid turns into a werepig, and then there's werepigs all over, and they start killing everybody, and then that towards the end, the house catches on fire, and oh, fuck me. The family dies. The old guy, the pathologist is their dad.
That might be the worst one yet.
That might be the absolute worst one.
Maybe it's because we were so good at remembering it that we were like, because everything was so detailed. I don't know.
I know. When we got to him, and we're still like stringing up the guy.
I
It makes
know.
me fuck.
You were not detailed.
Detailed. I talked about the war in 1912 in France, and then
1917 is World War.
no, it was by battle of some.
Some, yeah. And it's 1917.
I think he's right. I think
Yeah.
it is 12.
It is 12?
No,
it's
it's
1917.
1917. The opening title card of the film is
Well,
1917.
we're split. We'll never know.
We'll never know. No one's ever written that down. Anyway,
It's the same battle that they're in Peaky Blinders.
Oh, yeah. Uh-huh.
Well, I haven't seen that, and that could have been 1912 as well.
so you made a correction while you were doing your shutdown,
Okay.
in that you're going to call him Hermione.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's what threw me off, too. I was like, oh, fuck, I was calling them gypsies a lot. And that's not exactly a good term anymore.
I know, but they
I
call
don't
them
know what
gypsies.
I know.
the ruling is on gypsy, because it's like
I know.
I'm actually, I'm still a little bit unclear on this one. It feels like another one where like I can never quite tell like, well, who came up with the rule that like we're doing this now?
I
because
know.
someone else would make the joke if a gypsy is listening to this podcast, it's on a stolen device. Someone else would make that joke, not here on this podcast.
That's a terrible joke. We would never.
Yeah, and
I
like,
don't know. I feel like feel like gypsy is like dwarf in that if we're in like fantasy realm, like there are like fantasy dwarfs, but then there's dwarfism, different things.
Yes.
There's like story gypsies, which are like the mythical like
Story
traveling
gypsies?
Yeah, like traveling band, and they steal your stuff.
Yeah,
And then
I
there's
always
like
thought-
the real traveling people. And that's not a good stereotype to put on them, but if it's a story, it's fine.
Yeah, I always thought like Jasmine from Aladdin was a
that?
gypsy.
No, she's a queen. She's a
No.
princess.
What?
No, I don't know.
So we've learned none of us know what a gypsy is.
It's not even the same part of the world.
I know, but I don't know.
I think it's a murky subject, and it's ideally best not to currently call people gypsies. I think you can
I do.
refer to some.
Can you refer to the? That's what I'm. I guess this is a better way to say what I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
If I'm going in the past,
sure.
can I call them gypsies? Those people gypsies, but never would I call a current person in that situation a gypsy.
I think yes.
Like in the
I think
Wolfman, that's a gypsy.
Yeah.
Traveling bandits in Eastern Europe. On your day, citizens. On with your day, fellow travelers. You know what I mean?
Stay away from my stuff.
Like gypsy is gypsy's past tense only.
The guys you get to spray down your blacktop.
What?
You know that's a thing.
No.
That's like a Romani culture, like a job. Like they're like blacktop sprayers.
What's a blacktop?
They're like sealant on the blacktop.
Oh.
I still don't
Like
know
that's
what
a job.
blacktop is.
Like your driveway, like pavement.
Oh, why do you say that?
Because blacktop. I don't know.
What's a blacktop? Mine's not. I've never had a black driveway.
I guess that's fair.
Well, Austin, to your point, I don't think we're calling Snow White and the Seven Little People a thing.
Because they're not. They're mythical dwarves.
Yeah.
Like in Lord of the Rings.
Well,
those
these
are
aren't
dwarves.
mythical people because they were very clearly they had land that they had claimed to, and the whites came in and took their
but
land.
it's, but it's a fake story.
But I actually think that this
It's
kind
true.
of bleeds really nicely into the actual horrors that this is inspired by, right? Like this is not the context of this of the story itself and the plot and the basis for it. It's not like it's rooted in complete fantasy. It's rooted in
no, I
100%
loved
real shit.
fact.
I
right?
loved the like colonizer
No,
revenge.
so I'm saying that you're a
aspect of
bad
this.
person for
Why?
saying that we have to call them gypsies.
We don't have to. I think it's okay if it's in the past.
Before all that, I want to remind everybody that this is week 1, and it's a great start to It's Not a Phase werewolf movies.
Wow.
And I picked this film,
Yes, you did.
and I picked this theme.
Yes, you did.
I saw this film when it came out in theaters, and I was one of like 7 people, and another one is sitting at this table. who went and saw
So
this
5
film.
other people went and saw this movie besides the 2 of us.
And I remember having a good time, and then it disappeared, and I never watched it. Haven't watched it since until this. I was like, you know what movie I think kind of ripped? I think that one did. I want to watch that werewolf movie again. And yes, Cody, you're bringing up the socio-political background that kind of wraps this movie.
Yeah, I mean it's just a really interesting foreground, right? Because like there's so many familiar elements that we get out of it. The Romani,
Yeah.
Gypsy, Roma.
I'll accept either.
It's right, like it's the same character from the Wolfman, right?
Yes.
Right, like that gets brought in and they expand on it. They expand on the same context with like the rich white,
Yeah.
property owner, right? And then how they get turned into a werewolf and what happens as a result of that and kind of being beholden to the Romani people in a way, right? And the way that they do this here, I just think is so interesting and unique because it takes that lore and it completely does it in a completely reinvented way. And then in addition to that, they like what they do with the actual werewolf or werepig.
Werepig. Yeah.
That came to me during the shutdown. I was like,
Yeah.
I have to take a jab at the werewolf design.
Werepig. That's good.
I thought it just fascinates me the way they did that. I think it was one of the producers of the film. I think it was him that I heard say that Sam Ellis.
Sean Ellis directed
that. Sean Ellis and wrote it, and he wanted it to be that the victim was almost held captive by the werewolf rather than actually being the werewolf, which I thought was such an interesting way of doing that.
Very interesting.
Maybe doesn't make a lick of sense.
No.
Maybe I'm
Maybe.
totally okay with that
Maybe I am too.
because it's a curse.
Yeah.
It doesn't need to make sense.
Yeah. Watching this, I did have the thought, like, is this a werewolf movie?
I was concerned for a little bit. I was like, "Fuck, is this not going to wear?" I was like, "Did I misremember this?"
This would be a Curtis pick if we weren't already debating the
does
qualifying
this fit-
aspect of this movie.
Does it fit the theme?
But what's so funny is like as it was happening, I did have to like look it back. I was like, "Are there fucking werewolves in this movie?" And I guess we could get down to when we talk about some design: is it a werewolf or some other abomination? But the DNA of this movie is so ingrained in werewolf lore. Like it is.
Yes,
like
100%.
It's
a werewolf
everything about the classic werewolf story that we've.
It felt like
know.
a story that's like the origin of werewolf lore.
Yeah.
Like it's just removed
Yep.
enough
Yep.
that you can see like where the lore would come from.
Yes.
Kind of vibe, but like almost more grounded, if
Yeah.
that makes sense. But so yes, I came to the conclusion. Yes, this fits the bill of werewolf. But I was like, they're running around in the day, they're butt ass naked.
When you
How
get-
you become one is a little.
When
I
you
mean,
get down to that stuff, it definitely does different things that make the waters murky, and the design is part of that as well. But I fucking loved the lore of this thing so goddamn much.
The Judas's silver pieces.
Judas is bringing in the 30 coins
So
of it all.
Fucking cool.
really,
God
very,
damn.
very cool. Should I get grills like that with the little inscription? I think that'd be cool as shit.
I
to
think
have grills with the little
I think
letters
that
on
you
the little runes.
would look really bad. But
But now I get worried about runes because like I feel like the like white supremacists have like co-opted the runes
'cause
and
they
I'm always
did.
worried. I know, so now
They-
I'm
they
worried
took-
if I ever have a rune, I'm gonna
just
get.
make sure it's not of the Norse.
Those guys are the
Yeah.
worst.
The Norse.
No, the white supremacists. Those guys are just really not fun.
Yeah.
Not a fan
No, they,
of white
they
supremacists.
tend to suck all the fun out of things.
I know. They just ruin everything. Fucking dicks.
But I also fucking loved, especially when it comes to the lore, the actual story that was happening. I wonder if the time frame is off a little bit because this deals with the beast of Gevaudan. That's a word that is
Is
French
it a
that I
historical
cannot.
thing?
This historical event that was happening at the
Oh.
time about
That was
over
perfect
about like
pronunciation, by the
30
way.
years or so.
Wait, is this the same thing that Brotherhood of the Wolf
This
is
is
based
the
off
exact thing that happens in Brotherhood of the Wolf.
of? No shit.
Yeah. So the character, the Boyd Holbrook character, who we brought up in our Shutdown 5 seconds before the movie that it was over, the Boyd Holbrook character, his family was killed by the beast of Gevaudan.
Ryan, call in and tell us how to say these things.
And this was an area of France that had a rampant animal attack massacre happen. Like 70 fucking people over the course of a couple of years were mauled by what was probably more than one big wolf at the time. But of course, legend spirals out of this and it becomes this like giant beast of a creature. And the movie Brotherhood of a Wolf is all about that. About people that are brought, like mercenaries that are brought in to hunt that thing. And so, but in the story of this movie, that beast is probably one of these werewolves that was unleashed in the Gevaudan town, and it killed Boyd Holbrook's family. And
Right.
so when he shows up in this, he kind of has that backstory that clearly makes him interested in what's happening here. But I fucking love that so much that it's tied to that like actual rooted lore of historical fact.
That is very interesting.
It's funny because as I was watching it this time around, I actually thought to myself, like, there are a lot of similarities between this movie and Brotherhood of the Wolf.
Yeah.
Like a lot. And now that makes even more sense. I had no
Yeah.
idea. That's really interesting.
Yeah.
The beef of Bourguignon.
Beef bolognese?
We.
I think that this movie is one of the more gorgeous movies I've seen in a long time as well.
It's hard.
It is a hard-looking movie, but I think it is very often very pretty. I almost picked this for goth when we were doing the goth movies.
So
Go to
that
work,
was
I-
something I wanted to bring up too.
Uh-huh.
Why is it? Because I was reading into it. It was touted as goth, and I did not get goth on the first.
I
go.
think it's mostly a vibe thing. I mean, you're in that like big plantation house for a while, which is
Yeah.
it's not quite castle-y, but it's not
Sort of
right?
that era old.
And it's so
French.
foggy. This movie is basically made by fog, you know, and only candlelight. Like they didn't use any fucking real lights on this thing. They just used daylight and candlelight, you know. So like that's pretty gothy.
I think it's gothy to this in the sense that it's like if this were a book and it were written in the era that it takes place in, right? Like
Yeah.
people probably would have been referred to as Gothic literature, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Or not the era that it takes place in, but actually before that. But like if it had been written around the same, like 'cause there's like lots of just it has that vibe that you get when you think about other Gothic novels. But I don't know.
Sure.
I don't know how much. I don't know how. I think I agree with you. I don't know how like. Goth
Yeah,
is.
it
It's
toes
got
the
a
line.
vibe.
I could see the argument for, but I could see the argument against it
It wouldn't
too.
be my first categorization of this film.
Although it's funny,
Yeah.
earlier when I was looking at Wikipedia and they said Gothic horror film, I went yes. I didn't even question it. Now that you say it, I'm like, that's a really good fucking point. It's not. There's not a whole lot of it that feels like.
Yeah.
But at the same time, this feels like a Hammer movie. Like
It really does,
this
dude.
should have been a Hammer movie.
It really
And
does.
Has all that goth Hammer stuff going on with it.
Yes,
It's great.
Yes.
I think the look of it was my favorite part of watching this movie. I am probably the lowest in the ratings of this group for it.
Maybe.
I'm at 3 stars.
Yeah, I'd probably give it the same.
Okay. Because I think
I hope you were
tonally...
gonna fight him and be like, "Well, I give it
think-
2.5."
No, I
Yeah,
think-
2. I'm none. I
race to the
deleted
bottom.
Letterboxd because of it.
I think tonally it just kind of like stays in this middle of it didn't get dreadful enough for me where I was like, everyone should kind of be fucking depressed right now and everyone's kind of still hanging on to hope. So the dread thing's not really there. But then the other side of that is like, well, if we're not going to do dreadful, like I think this movie needs to kind of turn it up a notch and get mean about it. If everyone wants this thing dead, I think a meaner tone could have been used. But at the same time, it just kind of floated down the middle for me a little and kind of didn't.
I'm with you, dude. I don't think it like does everything it could do with its story, and it feels
Yeah.
bloated at times. But it's just so fucking cool. It's just like it's just the coolest
The
shit.
the wide shots, I think, early when they were burning down
Yeah,
the
that
Romani
shot
town, that
is
big wide that they,
massacre. You're just
that
like-
Just like a static wide. Fucking great.
those big roaring fires, like
So
looks
good.
so cool.
So good. But no, I agree. I think it in general, because like these kinds of time period movies, I'm very hit or like.
Why?
It's not my favorite world to be in.
France.
Correct. yeah, specifically France. So like it's sort of already handicapped a little bit for me because like I just don't want to be here that bad. But like okay, cool. But yeah, I felt its length, and there were times where I felt a little. It just wasn't kind of doing enough. But then like there'd be a werewolf scene, and I'd be like, "This is awesome.
Yeah,
I want more of this."
all the practical or the those moments, super fucking cool.
Yeah,
but
the horror moments are done well.
You said not to interrupt you, but you said practical.
It's
Yeah.
not at all.
It is actually. I was shocked by this, but I was watching the behind the scenes feature
on your Blu-ray, it's
singular
right over there on the
my
table.
Blu-ray. These things these fucks need to stop putting out Blu-rays, and if they don't have care in them, give me more than this. It's bullshit.
Bullshit.
It's completely bullshit. Just put me and Curtis in charge. We'll do it
We'll
for
take it.
reasonable amounts of money.
Take the job.
I will.
There is actually a person in a suit.
Wow.
That
Yeah, I believe it.
That then they enhanced with computer
Yeah.
graphics. It appears.
What do you guys think? Is there symbolism, or was this just cool of when the curse starts to take effect that roots start to come out? I was like, what is that supposed to be? Because it's not wolf related. These are like literally tree roots growing out of
Yeah.
somebody. So I'm like, what? It looks cool, but I don't know what this means.
I think it's supposed to be tied to the fact that it's these people stealing this land.
Yeah, I think it's
Yeah.
rooted in the land.
Yeah, the roots are of the right, and like to the extent that like you don't. I guess you don't really see it happen with everyone that turns into a werewolf, but like the girl, she gets dragged underwater.
Oh,
There at one point you see roots come out of another one of the characters, and they literally plant in the earth and drag them down.
Yeah.
right. I think that's exactly what it's supposed to be.
Okay, cool.
yeah.
Pretty
I
neat.
think that's what it is. And I don't disagree in that the middle could use some juice. I think there's something with the Kelly Riley character and the Boyd character that aren't like they're when they get to know each other and like
They
clearly-
wanted to fuck.
Yeah, they do. And then like the movie doesn't want to explore that really because the husband's still there, like threatening her, I guess.
The heir to Yellowstone.
Yeah.
I loved her in this. I don't know why she did it for me.
She's a great actor.
She's a great actress.
Yeah.
She needs to be in more of these.
She had basically
period
nothing
pieces.
to do.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
like the mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was surprised they didn't explore the like love thing more because like out the gate they're telling you like husband and wife are pretty much
Yeah.
distant.
And,
I don't
and that
necessarily-
Fuckstick's a complete asshole.
Yeah.
right?
yeah.
I don't necessarily need love thing, though. I would appreciate a little juice in that section of the movie.
Yeah, you little
But
juice.
yeah,
I want them humping.
yeah. But I think there would have been something interesting there if they would have pulped that a little bit more. But
I agree.
But
I wish that guy had been torn up by a werewolf instead of getting the
Self-immolation?
the self-immolation.
I mean, probably, but I do love that bit.
Yeah, and also I think, quite frankly, I'd rather be eaten by a werewolf.
Yeah,
Yeah.
burning
Yeah.
alive is the worst possible way. to
Yeah,
die.
and
But
especially doing it
he's giving
yourself.
himself the out. I mean, I guess he came to finally realize that he was like, oh my God, what have I done?
Yeah.
But
I mean, I think that's an important moment that like he realizes that he's a fucking asshole. At least that's kind of the sense
I think
that I
sort
get.
of it.
But I mean, but to that point, right? Like watching that moment at the end where the werewolf goes in and starts eating the shit out of everybody in that church. It's like that's a moment of triumph, and it feels like triumph, right? It's so, and I thought they did that so well because like I think that's the other reason this movie's a little challenging is because besides Boyd Holbrook and Kelly Riley, you don't really have the movie doesn't do a great job of like positioning the viewer in terms of whether or not they're supposed to like any of the characters besides the patriarch, right? Some of them feel it's kind of like ambivalent as to whether or not they're good or bad, right?
Yeah, and I guess I wouldn't have mind a little bit more weight on the scale in that sense too. But there's something to be said about like this is a time period in a town where like these men are making these decisions. These like 7 men or whatever to the clergy and
like
the
the
fucking
MPAA.
governor or whatever. It's like the MPA. They're ones taking this land and one to screw the Romanis out of their land. So it's like there are families that aren't necessarily like part of that. They're just like the wives and the children of these assholes. So like kind of an ambivalent nature. Like yeah, you're like fuck these colonizers, but like they didn't do anything wrong. So like there's kind of like that built into it, right? Where it's going to kill everybody, and you want them to kind of kill everybody, but also it's complicated because like these are families,
Yeah, they didn't do anything.
I think that's super interesting. But when we get that middle set piece where we see just what these creatures are, and that child comes out of that husk of a fucking creature.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is the coolest thing I may have
that
ever
was
fucking
pretty cool.
seen. I
That
love
was pretty
this
cool.
so
Sitting
goddamn
inside of
much.
that fucking lambskin condom.
Like what? Like that's such a good idea.
It's
great.
It's wild.
It's disgusting too.
It is.
when they flop over that piece of skin from the werewolf.
those are great.
Dude, the
That
gore
whole
in
thing
this
was
movie,
great.
like the actual gore,
Yeah.
is fucking great.
Really,
Really good.
Yeah, when
Really
they
good.
when they
Oh, the
cut off
hand-
that guy's
God,
hands
they love
and
chopping hands and
Yeah,
feet
dude.
and
Oh.
this thing.
Oh,
was
that I
brutal.
was like, oh fuck, I forgot
yeah,
about
and that's
that. Like,
that's about when I
Jesus.
text you. I was like, Cody, I forgot this movie was fucking hard.
Yeah, it is so hard. Like fuck, like damn, dude,
Yeah.
it's so brutal
That
and like
scene was
that's
rough.
rough, really
Yeah.
rough
Real
to
rough.
watch.
Yeah, they string this guy up and stuff straw up his fucking wounds in his
Yeah.
shirt and just string him up.
Yeah, and like I actually had a moment like when that happened where I was like, oh man, like I feel repulsed watching that scene,
Yeah.
right? But then
Yeah.
meanwhile, later that night, I was joking with Maddie about the scene in Terrifier 2 where he walks in with bleach and Morton salt and how it's hilarious. Right?
Yeah.
Like it's so weird to me that like
Well, that makes
some-
sense. The framing of it's so different.
Yeah.
It is, but like I just
Terrifier tells you like we're gonna be silly.
that's true, but like
This is like look at this poor man just trying to live his life.
that's totally true, but like there was just I don't know, it just struck me as how interesting that is, like because it's just it's the craft, I guess.
Yeah, and watching this, I'm like, this is one of the more harrowing things I've seen in a long time.
Yep.
Seeing that colony of people just get decimated, and I love how. And there's another gore bit when the housemaid gets bit and she got her arm. I'm like, that is not going to turn out well for you, ma'am.
Oh, yeah.
This is not. You're not going to be keeping this arm. I mean, you're going to become a werewolf. But speaking of the whole child inside the monster thing, I feel like that's a very difficult story aspect to like get out of, and I think the movie does a really good job of doing so.
Oh, bringing the kid back
In the sense of bringing the kid back.
with the bullet.
Yes, that's lodged in
Yes.
him for the rest of his life.
Yes, and I guess taking it out is what killed him.
I think that's a beautiful bit of ambiguity too. It was like he's probably mortally wounded. I don't know. He's been shot a few times. We don't know.
Right, but also he has.
But they take that thing out.
Yeah.
And then he dies. You're like, we don't know if he died due to which thing, but
Right.
we know that he's been living his whole life with this fucking silver bullet, this Judas coin inside of him.
Yeah, I think they did do a good job of wrapping that up, and I guess that's why, like, look, initially when I first saw the werewolf, I was like, no,
It's tough too
I
because there's
don't like this.
yeah.
I am a simple man. I want my werewolves on 2 feet and furry. And so I had to make a lot of like, okay, but I'm not going to be a dick. This is your thing. But then something about like, oh, the people are trapped inside and they're weird like root wings. I was like, okay, we're far enough. We're kind of getting enough away from werewolf that I'm like, I can accept this as like this cursed creature abomination thing.
It's a werewolf.
I guess. It's
like
to me, it's like full moon and furry is like what I need for it to be a werewolf.
That's the child story on top of this real gritty, grounded origin of the werewolf story.
I'm gonna take this from you.
But this is not the origin of the werewolf.
I'm gonna take the weapon.
I'll stab you if you do. But it's not
I get
the
that.
werewolf origin.
I get
story.
that, and the
It's a new take, which
the
is fine. I
digital-
can accept that.
yeah, the digital effects over top of the practical guy don't work a lot.
They do not work most of the time.
It looks pretty bad.
I'm not a
Which
fan.
I'm curious as to what the fucking practical guy looked like. Like you felt like you needed to. Was it bad?
It's not great.
Because I see. Yeah.
It looks. It okay. If you took Elmer from Brain,
What?
The
Really?
from Brain Dead,
Yeah.
Cow from the glue.
Brain
from
damage?
From Brain Damage.
Oh, okay.
Fudd?
No, Elmer from
Goes
Brain
Elmer.
Damage. Have you seen Brain Damage, Austin?
No.
Okay.
Oh, hello,
Uh,
David.
Yeah, hello, Dave. Yeah, if you took Elmer, and
Oh, I'm quite sick.
and you made Elmer. yeah. Feed me, David. Yeah, and you made Elmer, like milk white, large with hands and legs, and gave him
Okay.
basically put him on that like fleshy like albino wolf thing.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
kind of what it looks like when it's just the suit or the puppet or
Gosh,
whatever
why
it
make
was.
that choice for the head? The
I
head is
don't-
not a great
I don't know.
choice.
No.
All they had to do was like bring the snout out a little bit.
Yeah, just
and
a
then
little bit.
Now we're in wolf
Or
territory.
we're much more doggy.
I
Yeah.
think they wanted us to like have this conversation, right? Where it's
100%.
like it's not.
Yeah. Is it Aylmer?
Is it Elmer? Right? Is it Elmer or is it a werepig?
It's the creature that Tim Robinson faces in his living room when he's a little high the one night.
Yeah.
For a second, I thought the monsters were real.
For 50 seconds, I thought that monsters were real.
I think Liz on this planet with us.
It was that thing.
Totally that.
I think that's the only Tim Robinson skit I've shown my dad.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because I knew he'd like it, and he did.
Yeah. It does look like that a little bit.
That's like a little bit like
It's
that.
yeah. It's there's a little.
You don't have to reinvent the wheel every time. Just give me a
Yeah.
big furry bad boy. Give me a big old
furry
furry
bad
bad
boy.
boy, and I'm in. Ooh, he's a big furry bad man.
Yeah.
I love it.
I don't know what like would big furry bad boy
Exactly.
would that work as well with the child inside the lambskin condom and
You
its
can make
tummy?
it work.
You can make it
You
work.
could make it work.
I guess
But
you
like
could.
because they're going to do that, like okay, I get what you're doing. It's fine. It's just I'm just a sucker for a classic werewolf.
It's true.
I am
We
too.
don't get enough. Of
I think
them,
that's like just purely like a few aesthetic design choices on that creature. We're like just those choices away from me saying I think this is one of the best werewolf movies ever made. Personally, but
I don't know if I'd follow you down that road.
I love this lore so
I think
goddamn
it's-
much.
I don't know, man. I think it's
Still pretty close.
probably top 20.
Oh sure.
Oh yeah, I'll say that.
Are there 20 werewolves?
I know there's probably like 23.
No,
We're gonna find out,
buddy, look at a letterbox list. Just put werewolf and then search lists.
There are
It
8
is
Twilight movies.
Wild. how many horror movies or just movies exist? And like if you filter it by just horror, the amount of movies that sit in there that just immediately you lose Underworld, but the amount of movies that sit in there is pretty wild.
Yeah.
How many werewolf movies there actually are.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Especially considering like how many like we actually talk about for the most part. Right?
Yeah,
like,
no.
I was
we
going
don't
through my
talk
head.
about many.
Yeah, not really. I forgot that Jack Nicholson played a werewolf.
I've still never seen that.
I haven't either. It's not supposed to be very good though.
Yeah.
He did.
Yeah, with Michelle Pfeiffer, dude.
in a Mike Nichols movie.
What?
Wolf.
Huh?
99.
That's good
98.
casting. I'd buy him as a
Great.
Yeah.
Great casting. Speaking of his son, excellent in Smile 2. Sorry.
Really?
Wait, who's his son in Smile 2?
The guy who looks like Jack Nicholson when he smiles is her boyfriend that's dead.
Oh, get the fuck out of
Yeah.
here. Really?
Yeah, doesn't that look like Jack Nicholson?
Now it does in my head. Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Didn't he have like a gaggle of kids?
I don't know, but probably.
I think he did.
That guy was fucking.
I know he. I know he
was fucking. Yes. Anyway, speaking of guys who fuck, Boyd Holbrook. I
Awesome.
fucking love Boyd Holbrook. He does not get enough roles. He should be fucking.
He was creepy and Nicky in Bike Riders.
Yes, he was.
Yeah.
He was so good in Bike Riders. God damn.
I kept
Say
thinking
creepy Kaniki?
Creepy and Nicky.
Oh, okay.
I had to double check that it was not Charlie Hunnam.
Yeah. And I love Charlie Hunnam too, but I'm like, God, Charlie, you're kind of eating some of Boyd's meals here,
Yeah.
and I think he's maybe a better actor.
I was like, that's not Charlie. Is it? I mean,
Yeah.
I know it's not, but I literally
Yeah.
was like, is it?
There was a moment at the table where I was like, this could have been Charlie Hunnam
Yeah.
for sure.
And it's just like it's too pretty, if it's
Yeah.
Charlie Hunnam. Like Boyd could do the fucking creepy Icky and Bike Riders. He can do hot. Like it's the hot man.
yeah,
Then he could do Psycho, like in Logan, because he's the bad guy in Logan.
that's right.
And then like he could do kind of like weirdly creepy sweet. I don't know. I just think the guy's got so much fucking range. And he's the lead in The Predator too. I think he's fucking phenomenal in that.
He's the Predator?
He's the lead in The Predator.
Which one's the Predator?
The Shane Black one from like 2017.
Were they on Earth?
Yeah. Yeah. Listener, Austin made a face.
Yeah, he made a the character in Harry Potter face. The one that uses his tongue a lot. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah.
The one that Mad Eye Moody.
Oh, Mad Eye Moody.
No, not Mad Eye.
Oh, the other one.
Yeah, the one that.
That's the
Doctor Who.
yeah.
yeah, that guy.
What's his fucking name? I just watched Fright Night.
Worm,
remake
yeah, he's
with
in
him.
Fright
not
Night.
Wormtail. No. Fuck.
You trying to think of his Harry Potter character name? I'll
Yeah.
give you $10 if you get there.
I've seen these movies enough. I should.
I'll give you $10 if you get there.
Porpoise.
Well, there's $10.
Crouch. Crouch is the last name.
Sir
The first name I get
Croom.
Fiddly.
No, Barnaby.
Oh,
No.
Do you know?
Yeah.
What is it?
Do you forego the $10?
Yes.
Bartholomew.
Barty Crouch Jr.
Thank you. Okay, I knew I was
forego the
getting
$10.
close there.
You did. Crouch. I was like, oh, he got it.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I was like, I'm close on this.
Yeah. Well, why did we bring him up?
Because I looked like him.
Yeah, because it fascinated me. I'm sorry, listeners. That our brains are melting on this
know.
episode.
It's hot in here.
This is a little hot.
It is hot in
It
here.
is warm. I'm a little warm.
It's
in here.
very warm in here.
I
Yes.
feel good.
nice.
Good.
melting.
Nice.
Okay.
And I feel like just closing the loop on some of the effect stuff. I feel like that they really must have like not had what they wanted on that first attack because the editing of that scene like goes into like the film stocks breaking down. Remember that shit?
Werewolf attack?
Yeah, the very first one.
In the road.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's like the
I do
film's
remember
breaking.
getting like it gets jump cutting.
Yeah, and I'm like, what are we doing here?
Yeah, very weird.
Why is this a
Stylistically
thing?
very different. From
So I
the
feel
rest
like
of the
they're like, we do not visually have what we need.
We cannot cut this together.
I don't think I clocked this.
Oh, really?
No, I don't think I did.
Because that's the
It's
only time
weird.
they used
That's
that.
the only time they use it.
weird.
Some of the other cutting around the other attacks are
they do
like
some jump cuts.
wonky, but like I was like, oh, they didn't like it. They needed something.
Fantastic.
So that's kind of a bummer.
yeah. I mean, I never hold those kinds of things against.
No.
I'm not going to shit on the CGI. I don't think it was great, but you tried. That shit's hard and
Yeah.
expensive.
Yeah. Very hard, very expensive. Crazy feedback.
I had to do one little effect in Sleep Demon, and it took me hours and hours.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Was it the phone?
Yeah,
Yeah.
hours and hours.
And it's static.
and it's still
mostly.
not great. And it's just sitting there.
Yeah.
Well, nobody
like
pushes
rotoscope
it.
a
That's
thing.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, horrible.
Rotoscoping is awful.
Nightmare. And then I had to figure out how to animate like a bar moving. That took
Yeah.
forever.
Yeah.
Because I'd create it
So you
and be
just-
like, oh, this is great. And then I drop it in, but I needed it to like progress as the shots went on.
Right.
And every time I drop it in, it would start over.
Oh, no.
And I was like, so I had to go back into Apple Motion and like create a new one.
Uh-huh.
Like, it was a whole thing.
Oh, you're doing Apple mode.
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm staying in Apple for this one.
Gotcha.
But
Okay.
then I'm moving on, baby.
Hell yeah.
I
Where
gotta get to
to?
resolve. I really like Final Cut. Oh, this is not working. Sorry, guys.
Okay.
If you want to hear about my editing beefs with Final Cut Pro, you hit me up on the Discord. I really like it, but they do not want you to go to other programs.
Yeah.
Do not want you to go to other programs.
Because you have to learn their process. and
Yeah,
it's-
yeah. But then they don't give you the things you need to do it right. Like the audio in Final Cut Pro sucks dog ass.
Yeah.
But like, okay, I'll just spit out an AAF and go to Pro Tools. No, you won't.
Fucking no, you
Not
won't.
unless you buy this third-party plugin.
Oh, gross.
They used to give you AAF
Gross.
export, and they took it away.
You know, it's
Can you believe that, Cody? No AAF export? Those goddamn cock bastards.
Fuck! Did you write them a letter?
Yeah, and I got a cease and desist. I went to their offices. I just yelled Tim outside. I went to Carpinteria. And I went, Tim! I don't like Final Cut export options.
Give me money into AAF.
I need an AAF export.
What the fuck is an AAF?
Audio.
AAF is Advanced Audio File? Sure. It's like a thing you can take in editing, like Premiere has it, and it's a way to say, like, okay, take all these edits, and now Pro Tools can open it, and you can edit all the audio, and you have all the same edits and all the same media, and blah, 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 blah. It's standard practice. If you're going to make a thing, at some point, you're going to give an AAF to an audio guy to do the mix.
And this thing won't let you do that.
Final Cut Pro took that away at some point.
Yeah.
You can open their XML in Logic, but no one wants to edit film audio in Logic because it sucks for that.
Oh.
Sucks.
Thank you for the more information than I needed.
The sound in The Curse pretty good.
Yeah, I didn't.
Probably.
I didn't really think about it. So yeah.
Yeah, this
That's
movie
how
needs a
it's good.
4K because Cody, you said the Blu-ray looks pretty good,
It looks pretty good, man. Yeah,
but it's a dark movie.
It did not. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, people don't know how to set the fucking brightness in their televisions then because it looked fine on mine.
I thought it looked fine.
I heard-
it on Hulu.
Yeah, there's some fucking
I watched it on Hulu.
cloudiness. Yeah.
Yeah, I never. I was watching it without subtitles and never felt the need to have to turn them on. That's a great.
good.
I think that's a great moniker.
Good sound.
Sounds
It is.
good.
It's good mix.
Good dialogue mix.
The Cursed, also not the original title, and I'm kind of upset because I don't really like. Even though the title does fit well, that's just not a good title.
It's easier to say
Yeah.
than 8 for Silver.
Is
but
it?
Oh, 8 for Silver's better.
Is a better title.
Yeah.
It's pretty sick.
8 for Silver is,
Although
is the one.
I think that's a marketing decision.
Yes. Because this was released. This was released in Sundance as 8 for Silver.
Oh really?
Yes.
Oh yeah, that was
So like it was a late decision.
And
was a
raving
marketing
reviews from
yeah,
that.
yeah. This movie. This was almost like Witch level kind of like hype.
Yeah.
Outside of Sundance.
And we had so much time to wait between that premiere
time.
and then the actual, like the time it actually finally fucking came out in theaters. And then when it was released as The Cursed, I remember seeing the poster and being like, what's that? And
Yeah.
looking at it and being like, oh, wow, that looks cool. And then coincidentally being like, whatever happened to that movie 8 for Silver?
Yeah.
And Googling it, and then it had me go straight dump me onto the Cursed page. And I was like, no. That's not what I looked up. And
No,
I
sweetie.
I checked it again. I actually thought that the internet was punking me.
We do that.
Did you know the internet died in 2016? Have you heard this?
Absolutely.
I'm
not.
about to derail the whole conversation right
It's
now.
okay. Please do.
There's a dead internet conspiracy theory of the internet stopped in 2016 and everything that we're looking at is AI generated.
But that's you can prove that wrong if you post anything on Instagram.
Are other people seeing it the way you think they're seeing it?
There it is.
That's
The very first point of defense is like, but are people seeing it the same way you are? Like some fucking like
reality
red pill fucking.
questions of
This
reality.
is like the fucking simulation theory bullshit, dude. Like, I can't.
Kinda.
I can't with this.
Lucas, what do you think?
Absolutely not, but maybe.
Am I real or am I a simulation, Lucas?
Do a backflip.
In no version.
Simulation.
simulation.
I know my Cody could do a backflip.
Yeah, that's true.
Fucking thank you, bro. Fucking thank you.
You're welcome. The patrons want to see it. Could you do one real quick?
In this
Can you
space.
stand on this table and do a backflip? That'd be the funniest thing that could ever happen. Could you imagine?
Pure calamity. Everything that he cherishes so dearly
All
in this
his
room.
stuff. Just piano. Gong!
Honestly, if I had carpet, maybe.
You'd break your neck.
After
Yo, we'd be visiting you. Hey, buddy.
Full body cast.
Yeah, like comically big.
Why did you go to Gorilla Face? You went to Gorilla Face.
Well, I went to the dark place. I went to vegetable.
It's not funny.
It's not funny. How's the sound in your hospital room?
Cody? King.
We're getting the feedback from your machines.
Buddy.
Just in a robot voice.
Yeah.
Fuck you. Please shoot Austin in the kneecaps.
Wow. You get one of those cool iBoard things.
Curtis can have my horror movie collection.
Yes.
Can I have the rest of your Blu-rays? That aren't horror?
I already stole all
Those
of it.
are Maddie's.
It's Austin's got them.
Everything that's horror is yours. Everything else is Maddie's.
I mean, technically speaking, we're married and they all belong to all of us. I will say that she might disagree with that because that means that she also owns Terrifier,
Yeah.
Terrifier 2, and on December 17th, Terrifier 3. So she might reject that.
I already
If
stole all
you
of
you
those,
write a
so-
will where you itemize these things, start it with that. if you itemize your Blu-ray list,
Could you imagine?
start with Terrifier.
Oh, boys, the curse. Anything
curse.
else you want to talk about? It's time to rate this bitch.
We can rate this bitch.
I think it's time to rate it.
Good. Go for it.
I give this film 1 naked pig beast. I enjoyed it. I think there's a lot of cool stuff here. I think the whole delivery gets a little slow and bloaty for me at times. I wish there was a little more werewolf action and a little more, maybe trim it down a hair. But really cool, really worth your time.
I'll give this film a set of Judas dentures because the lore on this fucker rips and roars, worth its weight in silver. Love it. Thank you.
I give The Cursed the first time in high school where you see someone else walk in with one of those big Van Helsing leather dusters. And you're like, I don't like that. But then you're like, what, is it cool? I think it's cool, but I'm not going to tell anybody I think it's cool. And yeah.
The first time.
Yeah.
Like it's an often.
Because the second time was when he bought one.
I give this movie 8 lambskin condoms because they break easily and not always recommended
How do you know?
because I took health in school and I paid attention.
You didn't use them?
No, I'm not no. Did you use them? Why did you use them?
That's what they handed out at my high school.
Lambskin?
Yeah.
Really?
I went to high school in Ireland.
I used dog skin. It was cheaper.
This is such a brain melting episode. Jesus.
Dog skin.
Well,
Cody, did you finish? Did you
no,
finish your rate?
eight where was I? I might be done. 8 lambskin condoms because they break easily, but when they work, boy, do they work.
Shotcast approved?
Yes!
Approved. Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'll prove it.
What a time.
What a time.
That means we need a new film for It's Not a Phase.
It's my pick, I believe.
It's Austin's pick.
I'm not going to overthink this.
Don't
Are you
fuck
just
this
deciding
up.
right now?
No, I had it in mind, but then when he was like, "There's 1,000 werewolf movies," I was like, "Really? Maybe I haven't dug deep enough." But I'm gonna go stick to my guns. I'm gonna pick a movie that I haven't seen. Hell yeah! I've been wanting to see. It's been on my radar. I've heard good things. So we are going to watch. I believe there are big hairy bad boys in this one. We're gonna watch.
I think I know what you're going to say.
How?
Just do it. Just say it. I think I know what it is.
We're gonna watch Dog Soldiers.
Yes, that's exactly what
Dog Soldiers!
I've never seen this! Yes!
Okay,
Fuck
awesome.
yeah.
Good.
We're on a roll, boys. This is going to be great.
I think this will please the Austin.
I think it will too.
Dog Soldiers fucking rips.
From
Also,
my-
I want to place here that I have a movie picked out that I want Cody to pick, and I'll just see if he does.
Okay.
It's in my brain. Oh! I want you to pick this film, and I feel like you will.
It looks. Let me see that. Dude, that looks fucking awesome.
This movie fucking rips,
wait till
bro.
we talk about it because we're going to talk about the design of these werewolves so much.
Yes.
Can't wait.
I
This
can't wait.
is a 2-hour episode only on the movie.
You've seen the Dog Soldiers?
I have.
You've seen the Dog Soldiers?
Yes, Maddie
Okay.
does not like this movie. We were talking about it the other day.
Interesting.
Interesting.
This was on my list of 15 movies that I was thinking about picking.
Right. 15.
I don't know
Awesome.
if any of the
Got a feeling.
I'm curious.
Should I look at your list?
I'm going
See if it's
to.
Based
there.
on this synopsis, this might be my new religion.
I know
Dude,
it sounds rad. as
This
shit.
is. I mean, I feel like it was maybe on Shudder at some point. I feel like it's been in the cards for
Okay.
us for a long. Like
It's been
it's
circling.
been circled.
It's
I actually thought we'd done it.
Yeah. Anyway, this is exciting.
Definitely have it. So Dog Soldiers, watch it up, boys, for next week.
Yes, it's on that list. All right, we love you, listeners. Watch Dog Soldiers, Patreon.
Yes, watch Dog Soldiers, and also next week, make sure you listen to our mini episode, which we're about to record. And how do you do that? You go to Patreon. You look at what is it? You have to look up Shudcast, not the Shudcast.
no.
Patreon.com/Shudcast.
Patreon.com/Shudcast. Sign up, $3, $5, or $8. You get lots of goodies, lots of good things, and you support us, which is the best gift of all.
Fuck yeah. Support us. We support you. It's a big friendly endeavor we have going on over here.
Yes, it is. We love you.
Until
Chime in on
next
the
time.
Discord. Tell us what you think of werewolf movies.
Or is this place that's several inches from my balls making your finger warmer?
Goodbye.
Bye.